So this is a 9 of 2003, 1.8 liter. You see that 1.8T Volkswagen Passat. So we're going to replace the coolant temperature sender, which is in the back. I have not found any videos on YouTube on how to replace the coolant temperature sensor on a Volkswagen Passat with a 1.8 liter with the engine sitting this way. So let me try to be the first. It's down there. We'll probably be moving some stuff. I might do the thermostat too on this, so let's get started. I'm going to remove the cover just because, and then we'll get back there. So I'm going to try and use a screwdriver and loosen these clamps. This way, I suppose the other way is to actually just cut them off. And use hose clamps, just different hose clamps. You can knock this off here, like that maybe. I try and reuse them though, open them up. And crimp them, I have the right tool, but also you can probably use the side cutters and just crimp them once you got this back together. But my first step is to take this little pipe out of here. So I'm going to remove these clamps and remove this out of here. So I get the clamps off. Just going to take them off. Just put them back together when the time comes. Squeeze them together on the hose. But my little pick tool to loosen this up. Should be able to pull it off. Got some gunk in there. Trust me, this will come off. I just need to put the camera down. Actually has a bit of white gunk in there. You can clean that out. That's a mixture of water and oil. That's what it looks like. And clean that out, I guess. So one step closer, I guess. Let me get some of these wires out of the way, probably. That's right down there. So I'm gonna try and loosen up. Give me some freedom here by pulling these clips out. Like that. Get this out of the way. Might zip tie it out of the way, make it easier. I can even take a couple of these connectors off. Just get it out of the way and pull it off. And there's a hose right there. I might pull that hose off. It seems to be a little bit in the way as well. You can kind of see the green sensor down there, and then also you can kind of see a clip. A little concerned about that clip is facing the engine, because you have to pull that clip out to get the sensor out. And so we'll see if that clip will come out far enough, or you have to pull the whole assembly off to get it out. Holy. So that hose. The hose has a clamp on it. I'm a little hesitant to pry it off. You can see the wires though for the connector and the connector itself. Try and get it out of there. Reach down there with the screwdriver and try and pry that clip. Try and pry that clip to the right. Right down there, that clip right there. Right, there's a clip, and try and move it to the engine side. I probably need a bigger screwdriver. Alright, I was able to use these curved needle nose and the screwdriver here. Let's see if I can get a light. I don't know well how you can see it, if at all, but the clip is mostly out, and I think I can probably pull on the sensor and the wiring together and pull it out of its hole. We don't want to pull the wires out of the connector, of course, but maybe we can pull it out. Well, I kind of had success. I got the clip out with my long needle nose, angled needle nose, so I was able to pull it out. And I think it'll be easier because I think I can install it from the back this way and not have to try and install it this way, because I think it's an identical setup. So just get in there and try and pull it out. Right here. And if you want to get that hose out of there, you probably can. I'm not going to mess with that clamp if I can help it still. Yeah, successory. Ugh. There it is. A little pulling. I'm going to confess a little bit, I pulled on the wires, but I tried to pull on the sensor assembly as well and wiggle it back and forth. So, there should be maybe an O-ring on there. That's not there, I believe. We'll give it a good look and see. So I think you're just supposed to lift up on that terminal and pull it off. So I got it off. Kind of still wish I knew exactly how these things work. In theory, I think you're supposed to push on that terminal. You're not gonna lie to me? Gonna give you a good look at that, I guess. Then you can work it off. So we'll see if there's an O-ring in there, and I think there is. Maybe we can just put some lubricant, just a dab of grease or something on our new one, and drop it down in the hole and snap our clip in place and call it good. I think you can see the slots. So we can fit this thing in the slots from the back, hold everything into place. So we dab a little bit of grease on there, and we can reach down there somehow and push it down into place. Maybe we'll go through here. Just tip it up into the hole. You can see it's kind of in place there, and we can use our finger and wiggle it down into place. And when we think it's down all the way, then we can put the clip in there. And you can see there's some space between the edge, the black hole that it goes into, and the sensor itself, so you'll definitely see when the clip is installed right and securing that in place. And then you can just plug in the electrical connector and reverse procedure to install. So let's try and get that clip in. I think it's in already. I hope you heard that. Snapped into place. And as much as I can see, it looks good. So I'll be plugging in my sensor, and I'll be reversing procedure to install, and we'll of course fill this thing with coolant. So good luck on your 1.8 liter, 1.8T Volkswagen Passat 2004, maybe 2003. Good luck to you. So I will say that I did take this pipe off. I took it off mostly because it was full of that full on this end of that brownish crud oil water mixture. So to get that off, I used a 5mm Allen head socket there. So it's got the clamps kind of put back together on there. Got a little dab of grease on there to help slide back together. Already got that one on. Got it kind of laying loose in place. I'm going to slide all the pieces together first, and then I'll bolt it all down. But I wanted to show you that may or may not give you any more room. Probably not. But I want to let you know that's what I did and clean the gunk out of it. You might find that on yours as well. So as long as you're there, clean it out. So we're just finishing up and tightening these clamps back down. I've got the right tool for the job. You of course can use like side cutters or something like that and get in there. And so there we are. It's back together. Again, like I mentioned before a minute ago, we'll fill it up with coolant and run it, let it cool off, and double check and top it off.